Hey everyone, it's Drogi here, and I was planning to do a 100% tutorial for Pokémon Snap because there's no tutorial yet for this category. So the thing is that 100% is the exact same thing as any percent until like river. So you can just do everything as in the any percent tutorial of CC Never Enter. It is linked in the description until river, and then you switch to this tutorial where I explain everything later. The goal for 100% is to take all Pokémon, and they don't even have to be centered or anything. There's the category 100% wonderful, which is awful because it's a lot about RNG, and there you have to take wonderful pictures of every Pokemon. So just imagine you're doing a 90% run, and now in cave we switch to 100%. So what you want to do is take Grimer, like this, because if you take this Grimer, the next Grimer automatically spawns right here. And in any percent you're taking a picture of Grimer again at this point, but you don't have to do this in 100% because you don't need all the points. You want to have 130,000 points after Valley, and you take 12 Pokemon in Valley, which means 130,000 should be totally doable. So here we go, no second picture of Grimer. And while he's evolving, you can lure these Bulbasaurs together, turn around with the C buttons, and just keep in mind pictures don't have to be good anymore. Like really you can afford several bad pictures of Pokemon. So next thing upcoming is the Weepinbell snipe. You can also snipe Weepinbell in any percent, but you need more points in any percent, which means it's better to snipe it in 100%. So you want to look up at this point maybe, and then throw apples as high as possible, maybe varying the range from left to right. If you're lucky, you're gonna hit him like I did. These 3. Okay, I hope this Weepinbell still counts, if not it's pretty bad. You really don't have to snipe this, it saves around 9 seconds, which is a lot maybe, but it's really not necessary actually, and it's rather hard. You want to take apples because I had several cases where I hit coughing with an apple, and the same apple continued flying and also hit Weepinbell, so don't use burst balls here. Okay, you can just spam A here because the first picture is the Grimer picture we want to have. Then oh, that's bad. Keep in mind that the menu in cave is pretty laggy. Okay, we got Weepinbell. Pretty bad picture, but we don't care. Go through this, and you really don't want to have many points. 108,000 points are okay. We need 22,000 points in Valley. By taking 12 Pokemon should be doable. Okay, 30 Pokemon means we've unlocked Valley. No, 40 Pokemon, sorry. Okay, this is a rather hard stage. We take this sign, go for lag reduction, and You want to get a Goldeen and a Dratini as encounters from the water, but if you throw apples or Perstables into the river in here, nothing will spawn. Because for some reason they just don't. So you want to wait a bit until like every Squirtle has disappeared, and then you can go for Goldeen and Dratini. There we go, got lucky here. Somewhere here, like from here to here, the Magikarp is located, which will evolve to Gyarados later. Mankey, some Geodude, and a Sandshrew. Okay, so you wanna still go for Goldini. There we go. I don't know if this Goldini picture counts, so just to make sure, I'm taking a second one. Perfect. And what I did there is I took a picture of Sandslash and... okay, what's his name? Bold or something, I really don't remember. Like this Pokemon, and yes, if you missed the first Mankey, you can get this one as well. Keep in mind, always looking forward, camera locking, and then you can look around. Graveler, okay, there we go, Graveler. So, you don't want to get Staryu yet. You make him evolve, and then Staryu comes back, you can take a picture of him, and hope, really hope he doesn't photobomb your Gyarados. Gyarados is most points when spitting water, but it causes a lot of lag, so don't look at Gyarados as long as I did. Just don't. Oh, and don't throw Perstables here, because if you hit Staryu, it won't evolve to Starmie here. Or even if you hit it with an apple, what I just did. This is rather bad. Okay, it's not too bad because I can now show some advanced strats. And hopefully we'll get Starmie this time. So I go for lag reduction. Always looking forward and then exactly up. I go for lag reduction until the cursor thing is at the left edge of at the left ledge of this Dugtrio mountain. Then I look down and throw Perstables, and you should get Magikarp. So next advanced strat you can actually take Sandshrew here, but no one does this. It's rather risky. So it may be a bit fast, but you wanna trigger Geodude, look forward, camera lock, then see right to take Mankey, Geodude and Sandshrew. It's rather hard, and then immediately go for Dratini and Goldeen. Come on, Goldeen. Come on, Goldeen. Okay, this was strange. Goldeen can be a bitch. Just to make sure we get him. Here we go. Another maybe interesting thing is that if you take an uncentered picture, you save 4 frames, which is 0.13 seconds. It doesn't sound like a lot, but you have 12 Pokemon in Valley, and if you took every single of them uncentered, you save 1.5 seconds, roughly. Okay, here we go again. Oh yes, if you don't get Dratini and or Goldini, you can still try to get them here. Yes. Make Magikarp evolve, wait for Staryu to return. No photobomb, please. Thanks. No burst or apple throws. Okay, so somehow if a Staryu is evolving, like usually you want to throw 4 burst balls into the whirlpool and then Dragonite spawns, but for some reason when Staryu evolves into Starmie, the cycle is reset, so you have to throw like 6 burst balls or something. I don't really know how it works exactly, but here we go. Can be hard to hit this Starmie if you have problems with it. You can obviously go for more Staryus and this should be doable. Okay, so we got Dratini and Goldeen here, which is good, but in some cases Dratini doesn't spawn, and for Dratini we have a backup. We don't have a backup for Goldini, but for Dratini, yes, because you can always take this Dratini here. Just note that as Dragonite has already spawned, Dratini won't spawn anymore, like here, no more Dratini. 1, 2, 3, and then really don't forget to take a Squirtle picture. Maybe I should even take it before you go for Dragonite, just to be safe. If you don't have Goldini, you have to sacrifice Mankey Snipe and go for Goldini right here, yes. Mankey Snipe, there are different tutorials, it's rather hard and not beginner friendly at all. Got it here, thankfully. What I do is I'm looking at this dark spot on the wall, and then I'm looking upwards until like the picture of the burst ball is over the ledge of the mountain. It's hard to explain, and as you have to find a setup yourself. I'm using a similar setup to Quo, for example. You spam through this text, you don't want to repeat it as I just did. Okay, and to double check if you've got everything you need, you can just count the pictures. You want to have 13 pictures, 13 including the sign. We have 6, 7, 8, wait, so 7, 8, 9, 10, wait a second, somehow embarrassing right now, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, okay, there we go. Hope we'll hit the 130,000 points. If not, it's not too bad actually, because there are enough backup Pokemon to take later. Yes, 128 is completely fine. So for any percent, okay, when you spam here, just be careful because the cursor will be on Pokemon Report. Don't spam A. Be careful and go up, otherwise you lose like 6 seconds. Okay, so in any percent you wanna have reversed order for the stages, but we don't have Pokeflute yet, and we need a Pokeflute for Articuno, which is why we go for Beach first. And something people sometimes don't know is even if you have the boost, like the dash engine, you still want to look forward to be fastest. You can also camera lock and look a bit to the left to reduce the lag. Don't stop boosting, take this sign, throw a burst ball at Snorlax. Okay, so now Scyther can be pretty tough. I just want to throw Perstobos. Oh, this was lucky. At the right, like here, and you have a good chance of hitting him. Actually, he's always where the grass is cut. It's really hard to get him consistently, but yes, I show a quick advanced setup a bit later. If you fail to get him, there's this backup scyther. But his hitbox is so small, you get him like once out of 30 times maybe, and yes, like really. And to be faster here, you can hit Meowth and then boost in between Meowth and Pidgey. It makes no sense to hit Pidgey, you wanna hit Meowth and then boost in between them. Still boost and hope you can get a good picture of Chansey, and then you can quit because we don't need any more. We already have Genghis Khan. So this one, just remember we have 128,000 points, so we want to get 2,000 here to get the Pokéflute at 130k, and this picture should already be enough. Yes. There we go, 3 Pokemon and the sign. Okay, if you have, for some reason, if you still haven't got 130,000 points, this isn't too bad. You can just go to Volcano instead of Tunnel. After Volcano, do Tunnel, then River. It sounds a bit complicated, but you get a bunch of points in Volcano. You need the Pokéflute in Tunnel, but you don't in Volcano. So to the advanced Scyther setup I'm using, and it's like 90% consistent for me, at least. You wanna just go ahead, go like this. This would be an uncentered picture of Snorlax. Okay, so you wanna look to the left in an angle of about 45 degrees. And then there is a corner in the bushes, and you wanna throw a burst ball right at this corner. Maybe a little bit higher, but still don't stop boosting. Look around 45 degrees to the left and throw a burst ball above this corner right there. Then you can hit Meowth, Camera Lock, Scyther, and so on. It may have been a bit fast, I'm showing this off again once. Just Camera Lock, looking forward, looking to the left. Okay, missed him there. So 45 degrees to the left, and at this corner right here, at this corner you want to throw a burst ball a bit more up. It only works if you keep boosting, which is why it just didn't work, but this corner right there a bit higher, and you should always get him. Okay, next stage is Tunnel. Can be pretty hard. So at first you want to sneak away from these two guys here and not crash with them. It's maybe a bit hard, but you can just Camera Lock, boost, go to the side, stop boosting again. This should be a reliable setup, and after you passed Electrode, you can hit Electrobuzz with an apple, look to the right, and you should be doing fine. Okay, for this one, throw the apple as early as possible so Pikachu begins to run as early as possible. It really doesn't have to be this near to the egg, just keep in mind that if you're too far away from Pikachu, the Pokéflute won't trigger him anymore, or just not as fast as it usually does. So just play the Pokéflute and then you can boost away. It won't make Pikachu stop thundering or something if you boost away. Okay, just did because I threw a ball, whatever. I can show the advanced setup now, which is like this. You wanna look a bit up, a bit to the left, and as soon as possible throw an apple. This went alright. Just try not to hit Zubat. Okay, Pokéflute and boost away. And don't worry that he'll stop thundering. Don't boost too much because you still want to have this Zapdos. Yes, and this is basically the only thing you need in here. Zapdos and the sign. The sign is a bit tricky. I actually never really get it. But there we go. And from this point on you don't need any points at all, so it's actually better to take uncentered pictures, like pictures which are not wonderful. Yes, because you save the frames. Volcano, you wanna look to the left at first to get a sign, which you should actually usually get. Just burst the balls in the volcano, here we go, then you can boost. Quo uses some strange setup where you boost from the beginning, throw a ball here, throw an apple at this, at Rapidash. It's much faster but really hard. I haven't learned it yet. What I do is I throw burst balls and vary from up and down, so I hit the volcano for sure. There we go. Afterwards the Rapidashs are already gone, so I can keep boosting now. So this is the most frustrating part of 100% run, and it kills many runs. It's killed many PBs and world records for me, because it's completely RNG whether Growlithe or Arcanine spawn. Sometimes you get 3 Arcanines, sometimes you get 3 Growlithe, and there's nothing you can do about it. It's really bad actually. You just hope that you get good RNG. If you don't, you've gotten unlucky. So you can try to snipe them a bit early. Didn't work for me. Hitbox is actually strange. You don't want to hit the middle of these things here, really. Okay, 3 Growlithe. This happens a lot, so the only thing you can do about it is to just restart the level. I've heard stories about the races where people got 3 Growlithe like 4 times in a row, and they always had to restart. I don't know what the actual chance is to get both of them, but I estimate it to be like maybe 30%. I really don't know. Maybe a bit more, maybe a bit less. Whatever. Okay, Growlithe. Nice. Perfect that this happens in a tutorial, so you can see how frustrating this stage can be. Oh, keep in mind that you can't trigger the sign if you throw Pokeballs from somewhere here at a certain distance. This coughing cloud just won't spawn anymore for some reason. Yeah. next try. Hopefully we get it this time. Like Arcanine is much more unlikely to spawn there than Growlithe, but I've also had runs with only Arcanine spawning, which can be really frustrating. Here we go again. Just Arcanine, please. Arcanine, please. I'm really sorry right now. Oh yes, a good way for lag reduction is to just look up and boost until you see this mountain on the bottom left of the screen. And from this point on you know that you have to look down, trigger Moltres and go on. Okay. I sniped one. Oh no, I didn't actually. This was the sound of Moltres. Come on. Okay, thank you so much. It's better to get the first two. Like, if you get an Arcanine and then a Growlithe, and don't need 3 tries because you can get a really early Charmeleon cycle if you do so. Charizard is rather tricky. I wait until his head is completely out of the lava and then I take a picture of him. But you can also do something like this right here. Okay. This should be a not wonderful picture of Charizard. Yes. Here we go. The worst part is already over. By the way, the splits are like this. Now you may know why I call the split like this. Whatever. River 2. If you didn't get Cloyster, you wanna get him now. If you've gotten it as usual, it's okay. So you can play the Pokéflute rather early, then look at Vileplume without the camera lock. Sorry, I just forgot about that for some reason. And you should trigger him to wake up, look to the right to reduce lag after a few seconds, back up for the sign. Because you... Okay, I forgot to take Vileplume. That's stupid. I'm still in a 90% run in my head. Okay, Vileplume. You wanna look at him without the camera lock and send a picture. Would have nearly forgotten it again, but I didn't. Thanks God. There we go. River 2. And now you need a picture of the Pokemon sign and Jinx and Articuno, these 3 things. For lag reduction you can just look to the bottom, maybe do the camera extension thing where you don't camera lock, look down a lot and then just press the zoom button shortly. Okay, so what I'm doing is at this point, when I cross this line here, I look to the top left, take the sign, still camera locking while looking forward. Then you can play the flute rather early. Do this. Okay. So Articuno, just don't take him too early, because at the beginning when he's still glittering and stuff, Okido or Professor Oak may not recognize him properly. Okay, he does right here, but maybe if you take him a few frames earlier, you could fail actually. So there we go, we should have 62 Pokemon right now in our report. 62, there we go, 6 signs and 130,000 points at least. 63 Pokemon are in this game. And there's one thing missing, Mew. There are a bunch of tutorials right now for any percent. Maybe a hint I could provide is to always lock the camera in the middle and then look to the left and to right. Oh, please. And you hope for good Mew energy, okay. So a bit left and right to the middle, we're getting really lucky at this Mew fight. Oh, and what I realized is that sometimes personal balls are causing lag. Just a little bit of lag, but you want to throw apples right here. They have the same hitbox as personal balls. Maybe also in Valley you want to throw apples. Yes, just to make sure game doesn't really lag. It isn't this important at Virtual Console, obviously. Random, left or right. I always go for right. For left, I mean, and I've been right. I've been going for left and I've been right. There we go, last picture, uncentered as usual. And timing ends same as for any percent right. No, one more. Okay. It ends right here at this red message right there. Okay, I hope this was helpful in any way. This was my tutorial for 100%, and now I'm quickly saying a few things for 100% wonderful, maybe, because this is a fun category more or less. It's pretty similar to 100%, but there are a few differences I'm just quickly saying right now, because in Beach you'd go for all this stuff again. I mean, obviously you only want to take wonderful pictures of Grimer, for example, and so on, but I'm showing the bigger differences right here. Oh. I hope this counts. Okay, so the first difference is right here. Chances a bit harder. And even though you've already gotten Kangaskhan at the beginning of Beach 1 split, you still have to get him again, because you want to have a wonderful Kangaskhan. Here we go. Nice. Okay. Cyclo still counted. Don't know if he would have still counted on Virtual Console, because it's not as forgiving as the Nintendo 64 version concerning uncensored pictures. So you want to do everything exactly the same, everything. If you have 72,500 points right here, at River 1, this is another difference. You don't have to take Poliwag. You wanna go for a Magikarp. Even if it spawns a bit late, it's still okay. And even if it's not wonderful, it's still okay, because to get Perstobos, you must have entered River once. So you would also get it if you take a bad picture of Magikarp. You would get the Perstobos now. And you wanna get a wonderful picture of Poliwag anyways. You can either make them run down the hill or wait for them to jump. This should work as well. I guess this is everything for River, because you just want to have a censored Poliwag. There we go. Now, cave, as said, you want to have a wonderful Grimer. Pay attention when you return to cave that Articuno and Jinx are wonderful as well. Now the hardest stage for this category may be, oh please, okay, Valley, because it's a lot about RNG. Please. Okay, so these two guys, as wonderful as possible, this won't be counting, I guess. Okay, we got Goldini. Sand Slash when he's digging down, if you want to. If you miss him, it's not too bad, because you have to get Graveler. Graveler is his name, down anyways. There we go. And in emergency, case of emergency, you can go for Sand Slash there as well. You want to get this Mankey here. I just missed it, which is unfortunate, but whatever. For Staryu, you take him like this, and just to make sure he counts as wonderful, you take him again. I took him a bit late. Whatever, this could have been a photobomb. 3 Staryus. I definitely recommend taking 3 of them. That was embarrassingly bad, because Starmie is a Pokemon which is so hard to get, because the way it flies is RNG. Okay, I think I got it right here. It doesn't count if you take his back. Here the backup Dratini, the Dragonite. Okay, you can take Squirtle as soon as he looks out of his shell. This should be wonderful as well, and I should become a rapper. Mankey-Snipe. Don't think this will work. I looked up a bit late. Okay, it worked. Got lucky right there. So this is basically 100% wonderful. You can take a picture of Mew when he's flying towards his bubble, and it still counts as wonderful, even though he kind of looks... It's, you know, kind of taking a picture of his back, but... whatever. Okay, this is actually a pretty nice Goldini. Sorry, yes, this is a photobomb, but it still counts as Gyarados. But I still recommend to go for a backup picture if you have, if you think that you may have photobombed right there. This is a very good picture of Stormy. This should be wonderful right here. Okay, this isn't wonderful. This is... and this is... okay, there we go. Thanks for watching my 100%/100% wonderful tutorial. Good luck on the runs, I guess. Have fun learning this stuff. Just keep in mind that 100% is a lot more about RNG than any percent, for example. Yes. Thanks for watching and see you.